So papa ameshikana kidogo, lakini amenituma na ujumbe moto.
Amen.
Mtapokea?
Did she put up a face just to show others that our marriage is okay?
Wewe nunulia bibi yako marashi. Ndio wanza kumwambia ananukia vizuri. Wacha kuambia wanawake huku nje ovyo ati that perfume suits you, inakaa poa, ushindwe.
It could be embarrassing if you told the police that your wife left, but you may need to do that.
Kwanza mimi hata Suzie alikuwa kwa maisha ya bwanangu. Nilimkanyaga hata sura na tena.
Wewe, ushasema tukasikia. Kutumulika si wanaume. Inatusaidiaje?
Na wacha nikujulishe kitu moja. Usifikiri utakula jasho yangu na mwanamke mwingine.
Actually, I should be asking you that.
Nataka ukiongea kwa show wanaume wanatetemeka. Wajue ukweli ulivyo.
Usikae tu hapo ati bwana anatoka akienda nje ungoja kuletea ugonjwa. Be empowered and move out.
Enda kule unataka kama rafiki yako Cindy. Si labda mlikuwa hata mpango na mkapanga hiyo mpango ya kutoroka nyi wawili. Pray. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I have nothing against men of God going into politics.
Mimi campaign na kuanga strength yangu.
I need a crash course on campaign management.
You have to change his look. Nilikuwa tu nataka kukuuliza juu ya kwa wawili.
Sasa kuku inamuongezeaje kabisa?
Naamua kujibonga uwanjani. Nataka kupigania kiti cha kisiasa.
Ati?
Yeah, I lost my sister 2016 November 4th. Yeah, my sister was younger than me. She was my best friend. She was my yin to my yang. You know, we were very close by the time she was passing away. And my sister didn't. I don't know how to say it. I always tell people my sister was sick on Thursday and died on Friday. You know, like Simon McConnell or something. She wasn't someone who had any health issues. She was she was fit. I think she was very fit for her weight. She was plump, but she was very fit. But she had problems with her weight, of course. By the time she was dying, she had lost a lot of weight, by the way. I think we were the same size. She was, I think, a size 14 by the time she was passing away. My sister passed away. She had a heart attack. That's what killed my sister. She was 35 years old. So heart attack at 35. I was so broken and so, I don't know how to say it, to want to find out exactly what happened, because I just know she died of a heart attack. But she was complaining of chest problems the day before. On Thursday evening, she was complaining of chest problems. That's why she was taken to hospital. And she was given some treatment, and then she was okay. But then again, on Friday morning at 8 o'clock, she was gone. And they're saying she died of a heart attack. So she never had any issues with her heart. She never had any issues with her health. She had lost a tremendous amount of weight. So I really don't know what happened to my sister, but it is still a heavy, very, very, very heavy topic for me, because she was my everything. She was my everything. Treatment journey, like I said, my sister was sick on Thursday and died on Friday. I remember on Thursday she was on set. She was shooting. There's a show that she had on Mnet. She was shooting this show, and the producer tells me she went on set on Thursday, and that's the only day that I never talked to my sister, because I tried calling her and she was on set. So I hoped that she would call me back in the evening after shoot, the way we usually used to do it, but she didn't call me that day, and so I knew I'll talk to her on Friday. And on Friday, her friend calls me instead, her neighbor calls me instead and says, oh, she was taken to hospital. I tried to call her phone on Friday. She wasn't picking up because, again, she didn't have her phone with her. So then later on, as I prepare to go and see her in hospital, at 8 o'clock, I'm called to be told that she passed away. So she really did not have any, she wasn't sick, like she wasn't someone who was ailing or suffering from something that now ended in death. She was okay, but now come Thursday on set, she complains of chest problems. She's taken to Nairobi Hospital. They do some tests on her. They tell her, okay, your blood pressure is a bit high. So they gave her some medicines to put the pressure down, and they tell her, if you have any problems, you come back. So far you're okay. She takes a selfie while she's going through all these tests, and she goes home. So when she goes home, my nieces tell me she complains of chest problems, and she calls her neighbor, who was also her friend, please take me to hospital. And the neighbor takes her to hospital. And then on Friday morning, the neighbor calls me, oh, your sister has been admitted to hospital. She was having chest problems. And I tell her, my sister has never been admitted to hospital. The only time my sister has ever been to hospital is when she had her babies. You know, that was the only time she has been admitted to hospital. But anyway, I say, okay, I'll go and see her. And then on my way there, yeah, she passes on. So that was her treatment journey, actually. Nothing major, nothing major. What can people learn from her condition? There's one thing that my father, again, my late father, God rest his soul, used to say, and he was saying before he passed away, he used to say, the problem with Africans is we never go for checkups. You know, we don't do checkups. We don't go to hospital for checkups. The only time we go to hospital is when we are sick. There's no day you'll book an appointment with a doctor and say, okay, I'm coming for a full body checkup to check my blood pressure, to check my, you know, all these things, my health, and just see if I'm okay, if I have a clean bill of health. And that is just one thing that people should learn from my sister's death. Maybe if she had that thing of wanting to go to hospital every year, like I see some people on there, I have a friend of mine, on her birthday, she goes to hospital for checkups, you know, pap smear, blood pressure, to check if her weight is okay, if her whatever is okay, all those. She goes for a full checkup. She goes for a whole day to the doctor to just check if everything is working. But you see, we don't do that. I also being one of the victims, you will take me to hospital because I'm not feeling well. And having grown as a sickly child, I hate hospitals. I think the only time you'll take me to hospital is if when I'm critical, you know. And I fight with my partner a lot about that, because he always tells me, why don't you ever want to go to hospital? Because I have lived in hospital, like ever since I was a child. I was ever in hospital with malaria, with something typhoid, something mumps, you know. I was that kind of a child. So I don't like hospitals much. So I think people should just really take their health seriously, go for checkups to the doctors, work out, eat healthy. Of course, she was trying to eat healthy, and of course, again, she was a smoker, and she was trying to quit smoking. So there are things that, again, maybe those are the things that led to her heart attack. I don't know, I wouldn't say, but there are habits that we pick and form that could be fatal to us as we grow older. So I think the goal is to just stay healthy, eat healthy, go for checkups, have a clean bill of health, work out once in a while, you know, just love yourself. I'm not saying that she didn't love, oh my God, she loved herself, and all that, but I'm just saying maybe if she had gone earlier to hospital, maybe she'd still be alive. But then again, I believe that everyone has their time to go. Maybe it was just her time to go. So we should not stop dreaming because we are growing older. You know, I don't think anyone is ever old for anything. You know, we should dream. Dreams make us work, you know. When I started going to the gym, I started dreaming. Something that I never thought I'd dream. I started dreaming of being a fitness model. And I have told people about that, and some people laugh. They're like, oh my God, you're old for this. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And that is the reason why we especially Kenyans, don't go far with things, because we meet people, we tell them our dreams, and they laugh at us or they discourage us, and then we stop at it. But we should just dream. What's wrong with wanting to be a fitness model? If I worked hard and I looked the part, why won't I get the job? You know? So I think dreams just make us work. So we shouldn't stop dreaming. And if we have lived one dream, we should look for another one and live it, you know? So if I'm a musician, when I get to 60, why can't I be an actress? Or when I get to 60, why can't I be a teacher or a doctor, you know? Because it makes you work, it keeps you alive. If you've retired as a government worker, why don't you want to be a musician? Or why don't you be a farmer? Maybe you've always wanted to farm. You know, dreams keep us alive. We shouldn't just tell ourselves we are old and then we sit there and we look old and we feel old. I think age is what you feel, you know, it's what you feel. That is one thing that I've come to learn with this fitness and weight loss journey. Right now, I steal my daughter's clothes. She's 17, I steal her clothes, and we fight over her. Maybe I take a picture, I forget that I stole her pair of jeans, and I take a picture in it, and then she's there calling me, Mom, that's my pair of jeans. You know, that's interesting for me. It makes me feel young and it's interesting because I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, here I am, I'm going to be 43 years old and I am stealing my daughter's clothes, you know. Because I refuse to grow old. I mean, as long as you're in this world, stop sitting down and telling yourself, I'm too old for this, I am too old to get married, I'm too old to fall in love, I'm too old to be this. Don't. You are here because God wants you to be here, and He wants you to live as many lives as possible. So if you've broken up with your husband, find another one. You can get married, you know. So that's one thing that I just want Africans to do, to live. Just live your life and be happy and be healthy. You don't have to be obese because you're 50. It doesn't work like that. What makes you, what's wrong with you? Why don't you want to? I've seen people who are 50 who look like they're 20 because they're working out, because they're doing great things, and they look good and they look happy and they look young. So really, age is how you feel. Let's not tie ourselves to that thing of saying I'm too old. You're not too old to skip rope. You're not too old to lift weights. You're not too old to ride a bike, you know, for 65 kilometers. I have a friend who rode a bike for 65 kilometers, and he's 50 years old, and I almost just died. I was like, are you kidding me? And he rode to and from, and that is how we should live our lives, you know, enjoy them and feel nice and young. I think that's my 2 cents on life. Yeah.